Hello, hello again. Um, so today I will be talking about my week 5 and also my week 6 because I did not make a recap video for week 5 because I didn't do it. And then it was already week 6, and then I was like doing week 6, and then I was like, okay, let me just like bundle them together. And now it's like one video of week 5 and week 6. So week 5 was getting out of the reading deprivation, or just like the deprivation of everything. And I was also back home, and I was also, the majority of week 5, I was also still without my partner. And I noticed that my morning pages were, again, a little bit more difficult because I think the reading deprivation, or just like the deprivation, was really good for like the structure of waking up, making myself a coffee, sitting down and reading the morning pages. So that was like the easiest thing in week 4, but then in week 5 it was again a little harder to get myself to do the pages, but I did do them the entire week. I did do them week 5 the entire week, so that was fine. Also for my artist date, I needed to go to like a birthday of a friend, and I made peanut butter cookies. So that was my artist date. My artist date was baking cookies, which was nice. For the rest, I have to admit that week 5, also it's like a little harder to talk about it because now it's already like 2 weeks ago, sort of. Like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago. So it's a little harder to like remember what I was feeling throughout the week. But I do know that I didn't do my tasks. I didn't do any of my tasks. I kept pushing them to like, I'm gonna do them, and then I didn't fucking do them. So I did no tasks for week 5. I did do the morning pages and the artist dates, but I didn't do the tasks. And then week 6 was kind of like the same. That I think it's like now it has been like a long time since I've been doing it. Like now today I started week 7, so that's like really long. And so like certain things are now like easier to do, but also I feel like certain things are still hard, or still like I'm still like kind of lacking in like bringing myself to do them. So I didn't do my tasks on week 5. I did last week. Inhalen. Girl, I don't remember what the English word is for it. I did them. I did them in week 6. I did my tasks for week 5 in week 6. But then I also didn't really do my tasks of week 6 in week 6. I like wrote them down. I didn't really do my tasks in week 6. So I feel like I'm kind of like slacking, but I'm combining both of the weeks. Like I'm gonna both, like kind of like week 5 and week 6 were kind of like the same for me. I did my morning pages every day except for the Monday and Tuesday, the first 2 days of week 6. But all of the other days I did my morning pages. My morning pages were good. My artist date was also okay. The tasks, I now did my task for week 5. I didn't really do my task for week 6. What I did realize in week 5 was that someone asked me like, do you feel like there has been notable change? And I think before I started, I kind of had like this idea that like it would like become like so obvious, like it would become so clear that it worked. that it would be like an aha moment, and like all of a sudden I was like super like creatively active and blah 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 blah. But now like I kind of like settled down, and I was like, okay, it's not gonna be like from one day to another that I'm like, oh my god, it changed. No, but I did realize in week 5 that like I feel like I'm doing more, or maybe not like doing more. I feel I'm scrambled. I think people who do the artist way are very often, like Julia also writes in the book itself, we're already creative people. And I was also already doing a lot of creative projects. It was more for me of like making the creativity that I have less of like a task and more of like this necessity. More of like I want to be creative all of the time, instead of like feeling like, I need to do something, let me do it. And more like, I need to do this, but I want to do this. Like I crave creativity so much that I can't be anything else than, or do anything else than creative things. And in week 5, I realized a little bit more that it has been like that for me. Like I've sat down way more and been way more motivated on working on things. Obviously it's not like every day, but that's like a human thing, that it's not like every day that I'm like, yes, I need to create. But I feel like it has been more, or maybe I'm just more excited about doing those certain things. I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of projects that I'm working on or working towards working on, or giving myself the space to think about projects. I don't know, so I think it's working. I don't know if it's like working, but like I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. But yes, I don't really have a lot to say because it's been so long, and also like again I kind of slacked a little bit, but also I feel like that's okay. I'm giving myself room, I'm giving myself space. I'm busy also, so it's not like I'm pushing things to the side in the sense of like I'm just not doing it. I'm also, living a life and doing things. But yes, I liked the tasks of week 5, even though I did them a few days ago. But I like those. Week 6 tasks, I was like, I'm also gonna do these today while I was doing the week 5 things. But then they're way more like doing things, and I was like, oh fuck. But like the giving away 5 pieces of clothing, I've been over this. I have a bag of clothes like ready to go, and me and a couple of friends are trying to organize like a flea market. So I'm not giving away the 5 pieces of clothing because I'm giving away 100. And bake something, I did it in week 5. It's my artist date, and I was like, oh, whatever. Clear my room, need to fucking do that. I don't really have a lot to say, actually. Let's see. Let's go to the document, right? No, actually, I don't know if I want to. Another thing that I had like an issue with, again, is I'm so done with all the God stuff. But I'm just kind of like reading over it. Like I read it and I'm like, sure, whatever, don't care. But yes, I still have like a problem with like all the God is a good God, and you think that money is bad, and God isn't going to give you the money, but God is willing, and God is empathetic, and yada yada yada. and I don't know, I don't connect with it. So that's like a thing that I think is like a little bit difficult. But it's also crazy that it's now like I'm now like starting week 7, which is long, like it's been a long time, but also week 7 is the halfway point of the 12 weeks, if I'm correct. Yes, I am. So that's that. Actually, I don't have anything more to say. Week 5 and week 6 were one blend of doing my morning pages and doing my artist date, but kind of really slacking on my tasks. But I do feel like I'm still being creative, and I feel like the tasks are something that should like push you towards creativity. But if I feel like it's helping me, if I'm already, I don't know. Either way, that is my video. Now now I'm gonna read what I need to do for week 7, because that's also like a thing that I really struggle with, that I struggle with talking, first of all, and second of all, I struggle with structure. I very often finish my week and then maybe make a video on Sunday or like the last day of my week, and then I don't immediately read what I need to do for the next week, because it feels like it immediately already starts. So I like give myself like 2 days to like just do my morning pages, and then afterwards I'll read what I need to do for the week. And then it has happened very often that it's like, oh, you need to do this the entire week already, and I'm like, fuck, now I didn't do this and I should have. So now it's Monday, first day of week 7, and I will be reading what I need to do this week. And I also feel a little bit more energized now. I feel like week 5, week 6 were good. Were not anything special. I was doing other things. I was very busy with other things. I was also some days not busy with anything, but then I was like, not right now. But I feel more energized to work on week 7. So I see you on Sunday. This week I will keep like a good diary of like all the days and what am I feeling, and then you get like a nice little video for my week 7. Bye.